Coming to you live at 1300 hours and 37 minutes, Wednesday, August 21st. I never say the time when I do an afternoon, but it's usually the morning. 1300 hours is 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So what you do is take the whatever number. If it's after 12 noon, you add 12. And if it's after midnight, you take away 12. That's how you get the number. So 12 midnight can be 2400 hours, or it can be, and I don't know how to say 4 zeros. It can 100 hours, 0 hours. You could say 0 hours, and then when it's 12:01 midnight, you could say 0 hours 1 minute. And then it become 100 hours. So that's how you do it. And when it's 1 p.m., you don't have to do anything because it's already 100 hours. Remember, you're just going from 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 9. Then you're going 900. Then you're going 20. So it could be 2003. Then you go 21. Then 22, 23, 24. So I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're making the best out of your week, the best you can. Hope you are working within your best ability and your all ability. And I hope everything that you're working towards prosperity, self-love, love, and the greatness of who you are. Just want to mention a few things. And this, as in the subjective, what is subjective to us? And you know, my dialogue and my discussions or talks are fairly based on self-generated of our own race. Everything we do is about self. We're in the era where it's no longer about everybody. Everybody gotta work on themselves, do like they say, do them, and nobody in the era of really wanting to really be with no one just for being with that one, for being a good person, for actually love. We all are being cited of only wanting to be with people that, I guess, quote unquote, on this same level mentality. I call that BS to me, because there's no really a such thing as somebody saying we're on the same level. Unless you was born in the same household and you are twin, you are identical twin, and you literally just be under each other every second of the day, you're not going to be on the same experience. You're not going to be nurtured the same, and you're going to be born. You could be born in the same area, in the same demographic, and you still won't be the same. So we're never going to be the same type of person. But what we can try to put more emphasis on is being the type of person you want to see. Nobody talks about that. Oh, I'm working on myself. What you doing? I'm going to school. I'm focusing on me. But what is it you're focused on? What are you really, really focusing on? And if your end all is always something that's not even aligned. So he said, I'm focused on going to school. That's great. Focus on school. But that school don't describe you. When you get that degree, that don't describe nothing about you. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. That degree don't describe anything about you. That's what I'm talking about. If you thinking a degree describe you, well, good luck in the world, because just having a degree is not even enough experience to get a lot of the jobs. A lot of the jobs, all the professions and the careers you want to have is based on who you know sometimes, how your grades were, and then sometimes it could come to your presence. I have great luck or great opportunity and positions that just my presence. So I didn't know anybody, and I'm already stigmatized. So they're like, oh, we already worked around a lot of, and you can see it. They're being lazy. They're not pulling their weight, or okay, we don't want to hire you because we got enough of you here already, or if we got to fill the quota. And I took a very lot of pride about me in my life, which if my pride, so my moral values ethics, I would be okay with that. Because my sister, I had asked her, I spoke of this before, what are some things that you see in me? She said, with your morals and values can sometimes put you not at a disadvantage. We'll bring up the text with my phone and mess up. And I will show you what she wrote in the text. I'll put that in the caption or in my comment. And I said, you're right. You're right. I can allow that. And I said, how do you deal with it? She's 6 years younger than me. So what? She's married. I have a lovely, beautiful niece. I call my sister the ninth wonder. I said, you know, we're only a wonder. I said, you are the ninth wonder of the world. And my niece is now discovering herself. She's about to be two. Don't get me on these ages and birthdays. I'm not even good. I even almost forgot my birthday last year. And because I don't focus on the date and time, I feel as I enjoy my life as I go along. I want to be, and that's when I learned, I discovered who I was. It became easy for me to only focus on the type of woman I want to be with. I know I got to be with a woman that thinks. She's creative. She's open-minded. She's single and mentally, physically, and spiritually available. Because what I noticed, as I brought up, we always working on ourselves. So what are we working on? Yes, we got a degree. But what are you truly doing working on yourself? Are you getting rid of that TV time? Are you deleting some social media out of your life? I don't have Facebook. I had an Instagram for a minute. And I had a Snapchat for a minute. I had Snapchat 3 times on and off, but I didn't never delete it. So it's basically was still there. My Facebook, I haven't had a Facebook in over. When did Facebook come out? 2010. 2000. No, Facebook came out because MySpace came out in like 2000, 2001, such as. So I think Facebook was more of 2004 or 5. And basically, I had that a few times, and it's almost been about 12, 13 years. I put it back, and I just deleted it right back just to get the rewards on this app I was playing, this game. It's called Brutal War. So I'm playing that. I just wanted to get the gems, the gifts that they give you. That's all I had to do was be part of Facebook for a couple hours. So I was part of, and I deleted it. As soon as I got in, people were trying to add me, but I knew, and it's like, no, I'm not. Something I don't do. I'll get on YouTube. You can look at my playlists. Some of them I just get on there for certain things, and I get a lot of information. But I don't get my information on how to do things, because that's what the library is for. I love being informative. I don't gotta watch the news to be informative. What I do is I look at current events, because news is not really what I want to look at. I want to look at what's happening around the world. So I might Google. I might go to. You can call it fake news all you want, but I know if it's a brother got shot in my neighborhood and that came on CNN, that's not fake news. I seen it happen and I heard it happen. That's not. So when we start talking about fake news, that don't compute to me, because that's not fake. Just as some people would say, if I'm about all African descendant people, then we got the people that say, or quote unquote Black American people. Then you got Black Americans, African descendant people, Americans, that will say, well, I've been around Puerto Ricans my whole life, white people, and they treated me better. I was like, well, you grew up in that area. But in overall scheme, we really, and for me, I noticed we the only ones that really got each other back. Because we the last ones to have our own back. And you think they got your back? I would say hell to the no. I don't care what nobody say. We can beg the different. If I'm gonna find an attitude, I'm gonna find that in every race of woman. I'm gonna find women with don't know their baby fathers. I'm gonna find that in every race of woman at the same rate. Because if the race that make up the most people have the same amount of women with no babies, no baby fathers, and they the same race men they have babies with, I can't jugulate and say, well, I'm going to juggle which one is better, which one is worse. That's the same when you use rates and marks. That's subjective. That's very subjective. And another thing that's very subjective is about these movements. I find it very odd that every movement starts and begins with African descendant people. And I would want to ask African descendant woman. A white woman started feminism when she went home to her husband. So when we listen to people that women go home to their husbands and you going home to an empty house, how can you? I follow certain brothers because I know they're not going home to an empty house. I don't follow, but they become part of my family. They become part of my everyday. Okay, they make a video, they do something in the community, I go join in. I put a helping hand out because they're not just all this. They're not gonna sing a song to single men and they're married. That's kind of contradicting. That's contradicting. And if you married, why would you sing all the single ladies put a ring? That's not how. And then at that same time, if you're gonna make her life part of your life, make sure your life is adding up to where your life needs to be. My life can't be as another man, African descendant man life, because if he was getting girls all over the world, I wasn't doing that. I didn't like my man said. A parental advisory, pussy is my navigation, but it's not my destination. I'm gonna reiterate that a lot of times because that was just that hit the spot. It's my navigation. I know that if I go north, south, east, or west, parental advisory, pussy's gonna be there. Or we won't say vagina. And penis gonna be there if you was a woman. But that's not my destination. That's not my end all begin all when I'm speaking to her. So here's a few synopsis. Feminism. If it was meant a movement for all women, why is it that those women that started the movement have husbands? Why don't women didn't speak up against their husband? And then so on. Why aren't they really advocating for the people that really need it? Think about it. So, in another synopsis, white men are racist, but somehow black men are the worst. Hold on. So, let's do the synopsis when I don't keep saying this because nobody was really hearing this out. If an African descendant woman, a black, quote unquote black woman, raised her son become out to be bad, whose fault is that? And the father's not there, whose fault is that? The mother's and the father's fault. But somehow, other race of men are better, but somehow you want to be with they man. But if I meet a racist man of another race, where did he get that from if he was born into a single motherness? So you telling me other race women raise their children better than you do? And that's for ones that don't have children, that have nieces and nephews, and the ones that think so badly of the same race men. So you think badly of the same race men. So what happens when the other race men treat you the same way? And I notice we ignore it. I notice you ignore it. So that means, don't that make you a racist? And if you agree with that, that's okay. But then you cannot have an argument or a debate talking about the same race men is not as good. You already laid down your footwork, which was you showed me your hate. You showed me your discord, your contempt for me, your disdain. And you degraded yourself by, if as me, I'm not going to allow no woman to degrade me, bash me, or belittle me. I don't care what ethnicity. I don't care what the same race women or what my mother or my sisters put me through, which never happened. But I'm not going to allow one to say one thing and then have a different talk for another race of women just because. But I would say if I met a woman of any race that treated me well and I felt love for her and I felt as I would never cheat on her, and that's in my mind. I want to make sure I'm attracted to her. I'm not looking for the IG model or the bad chick or the chick just to fall in my lap or the woman, my wife. I want to seek her out. But she also got to make herself presentable. So if you're always working on yourself and you want to be bothered, And I just came to the conclusion, the conclusion of overcast, the covering, that women is going to choose men who they're going to choose. Don't have no say so in it. Don't matter what you do. Maybe after a while he might have to prove himself, but a lot of women, when they have a crush on a man, he can just touch her. He can say yes. He can give her a hot dog. He can take her to Burger King. He can take her to McDonald's. He can take her to Chuck E. Cheese. Her mind is not set on how much she gonna spend. Her house can be busted. She could be sleeping on a box spring like a piece of toast and talk about what she won't take you. She want Applebee's. The 2 for $20 at Applebee's is not a date. Then what is it? You sleeping on a cardboard box basically. So if that's her logic, then men, I don't care what type of woman that is. You don't need to be with her. And if that's your same race woman logic, don't be with those women. You don't see all the women, and they don't see you, because you gotta remember, they're attracted to the same men that the other women. And that's the thing we gotta be serious about and real about. Those women are attracted to the same men. They're not attracted to good men. They don't see us because they already in their mind. As one of the young ladies I follow, go by Classic Ruby, she got a video of men and women. You would notice everything in your surroundings except that one thing. You won't know. You would notice all the bad. You already it's societal or Soviet or such societal standard blindness, biases, or prejudice. She's already saying in her mind, I hate black men, quote unquote black men. She's not going to aim for you. She already hates you. She's not aiming for you. She see you. She's looking at you. She's looking your way. But that's not her destination. Her destination is to go for what she like, what she enjoy. She's not going to put away that just to find something great. Sometimes it's going to take a while. Another synopsis I see in this world, I think we're doing a great job. We also say we beat on each other too much and we too harsh. The way I see things, if nobody told that young girl that dress is too that skirt or dress is too short, that's protruding, she got thick hips, she got big breasts, and she's very voluptuous, and her nipples get hard and it protrudes out of her shirt. If nobody tell her that that's not good apparel for a woman, she's never been shown that, how is that too harsh? If a man saying, I love your beauty as you are, that's I see you. I can see a good woman. But people say you would pass up a good woman. I'm not attracted. I am very turned off by when a woman decides that she have to put everything on her body to go out in public. She just can't go out in public and brush her teeth, comb her hair, grease her hair, whatever you want to do with her edges or her hairline or the way her hair look. Just her own hair, her own eyelashes, her own face. She can put on foundation, but she ain't got to put the clown face on. She can put on a certain dress, but she ain't got to put on the slut walk dress. She can do so many different things that she don't have to look a certain way. It's as she's a societal standard robot. You don't have to be a societal standard robot. You can be the societal standard of who you are. You can be the best you that you can discover. Or you can be the best you that you can be. And if you really is being subjective, you working on yourself, you working on your heart. Your heart starts with love, the element that we don't speak of. We throw out money, he broke, we not worried about a woman broke, because most men get with women. Most of the men have the money that get with these women. Y'all want these women. Y'all want these men that have a lot. Y'all want these women. Yes, I require certain things, because why would I get with someone that can't cook? Why would I get with a model? Why would I get with a woman that's always on the road? I'm not at an age where I'm going to enjoy life, but are we going to travel together on the road? If we doing that, cool. But if she's going alone, why would I have to think about the best for me? Because I already know. I'm not reinventing myself. I already did that. I learned that I had to reinvent myself. I had to go establish some skills. Because he made me establish. If he made me establish, that means staying still. That means I'm put in my place. I had to love me for me. I had to love the things about me that people wasn't going to see. or people that sing but they didn't love. But I can't worry about what they don't love because that's just another person. Because I know I'm going to meet another 7 billion people on this earth eventually. I'm going to meet another person. I'm going to come across another woman. So I can't allow one woman to be my standard, my requirement. I can't allow one woman that don't think I'm handsome to say I'm not handsome. I can't allow one woman that hate me to be my talking point for all women. I can't allow one woman to be anything detrimental to who I am and to what I am and who I was made to be. So if I really had a true focus, I care. My focus is I can do what I'm doing and still build with that person. Because the Spirit, the Creator gave this to me before. To say if you meet someone, they don't have everything that I guess supposed to pertain to a relationship. Cool. Because that's not your final. To me, if I want to show I feel bad for the generation that's under, let's say, around 14. Because what are we leaving them? We talk about we want to leave them heritage. Big deal. Okay. The first time people got money. Wow, big deal. But what thing that we're not pouring into them is love. I'm gonna keep mentioning love because I don't hear nobody talking about love. I hear that. I don't hear love. I don't even hear that word come out of people's mouth. I say, what you looking for in a person? They gotta, and it's, you compare to you have questions. What would you be with a man that have a job or a man that's working, or a man, and every woman respond, he gotta have a career, he gotta have this. And it's saying like, such as, damn, you can't be still working on nothing. But if I'm working on me, guess what? She can't see. She can't see me because she's not allowing herself to see me. So brothers, she's not allowing herself to see you. So why are you mad at them? I'm not mad at them. I'm asking them, can you see? That's when I said, about 5 years ago, I said I finally can see. I can see all of the naked women in front of me. But I can see that one that's clothed. Because I'm not aiming at the one that's naked. That's eye candy. That's candy for me. It's something you have every once in a while. That's candy to me. I don't eat that a lot. It has Hershey Nuggets. That's the caramel in it. It's caramel in there. If you can read it, that's candy. It's a caramel, and I don't want caramel. It's sweet, and it's too much sugar. It's something to look at. I'm going to eat this because it's candy. But if I'm going to compare candy to a woman, I'm not going to touch her. I may have ate her before, not in a nasty sense, but you get the gist of being subjective and objective with what I'm saying. I'm challenging my mental and how I'm using words in different structures and irony and parables. If I'm going to indulge myself in candy, I'm going to have cavities. And if I have cavities, I got to go to the dentist. See how the inconvenience you doing? Now, every once in a while, I have some candy, but I make sure, too, I drink water. I drink a whole bunch of water. So that keeps me away from having to be inconvenient in the dentist. Instead of going to the dentist 5 times a year, because I'm eating a lot of candy, I can go to the dentist 2 times a year. One for my checkup, and if anything needs to be done, to make sure that I'm still okay, and I go for the second time. That's how I enjoy candy. But then, if I don't, let's say I have some pop. I don't drink pop a lot. I don't know the word about. I don't have a high fructose corn syrup diet. So once I get rid of that, my knees got better. So, and start eating more green foods and red foods. Because now, when I'm eating healthy, think about this. When you're eating healthy now, guess what you can do? You can. Oh, that's healthy. I'm gonna ignore. Okay, I see the hoes. I love your pictures. I'll support you for the what? For the $2. Oh, here's $2. That's not nothing out of my pocket. That's not hurting me. I got food in my refrigerator, in my cabinets. I got goodies. I got the candy I want, the food candy, not the woman. I can get up and go where I want. I got enough fare for Uber or Lyft, or I got enough I'm saving for I can get there. I got a bike. I got my feet. I got good health. So I'm not worried about if those candies don't want me. I'm not worried about if now the health don't want me. The healthy women, the good women don't want me. Know why? Because I'm not in a mode of saying that's what I need. It's great to have. It'd be great to have a woman that's out there still seeking love, that still actually wasn't subliminized and propagandist towards what type of man she should be involved with or type of man she would be with. She chooses a man that she's going to fall in love with, that she know that he's being earnest. He's happy to see her. He texts her good morning, afternoon, evening. He stopped by. He say, "Are you hungry?" He's willing to rub. He's willing to do things that you might hate. You might not want your feet touched. But he said, "I'll touch your feet. You may not want it, but I enjoy it." And she's going to say, "Well, he made me comfortable enough. Okay, you can touch my feet. I don't care." But then when he touched her feet, she's like, "Wow, he's not really fetishizing off my feet. He's really putting interest in her." And when the women start seeing those type of men, but they can't, because they allowing all the Tyrones, the Ray Rays, the John Does that have no true intentions. But we gotta remember, that's the man she chose. She chose them men. She chose the man that wasn't gonna be a father. He already might have had a child or two. He wasn't fathering them. Why would he father this child? It'd be great if that happened. And then when he learned how to father that child, he was making way to father his other two. Because it's never too late. Because the child, then when they're still young, that's even better. Because then now they can say, okay, my father's here. And my mother's here. We can see that some type of love is being produced. But if we pay attention, what love are we showing our children? What is objective and subjective? That's great. It's great to see loving mothers and loving fathers to their children, single parents. It's great that y'all are being great. But what about the other part? What about trying to be with somebody or actually seeing that person with love? Don't you want your children to see love? Don't you want your daughter to know love? Don't you want your sons to know love? Don't you want him to say, "Man, my quest is not to have every vagina in the world. My quest is to have one. And if the ones I've been with, that's the ones I was with, because that's the ones I chose. And she really wanted to be with me." The more we give them love, the more they understand I don't have to accept just promiscuity, and I don't just have to be celibate because I'm waiting for the... No, I'm celibate because I know the right person out there. Let's change that word. Instead of saying you are late, thank you, sorry for being late. Say thank you for waiting and being patient. So let's change this. Let's change some of our phrases. Stop saying I'm celibate because I haven't met the right person. Say I'm celibate or being abstinent because I know I'm gonna meet the right person. You see how that changed the spirit? I just felt that. Literally, when that just happened, I'm not even gonna be funny. It was not this bright in here. It was darker in here. And when I said that, that's a no lie. I'm not even, and it felt like it's getting brighter. Every time I just said those two things. Thank you for being patient. It got brighter in here. And when I said I'm being celibate because I know the right person is out there for me, it got brighter in here. It may be silly and stupid to a lot of you, but that to me is confirmation, not confirmation, confirmation. That if you walk in the atmosphere you want to live your life, if you walk in the vibrations, the energy, the spirit, you walk within your soul. The soul is who you are. Nobody has the same soul. And the one thing I want to say, you can't sell your soul. You can sell your essence. So if you got a voice, there, use your voice. If you got, and we doing this during, that's why we in a Brexit era. Liberation of woman is evil. In the Brexit era, looks up ABRAXA. Not women liberation is evil. A Brexit is the liberation of women. and you would look up and Google it and go to images, and you would see a picture. You would see saying this name Santana. It's on this album cover. It's Abraxa, Abraxa, and you would see the image of, and I'm gonna post that. Sometimes when I download the video, I'll be still posting things, and sometimes if you check this video out, you will see it, and you will see how we allow deities and entities that we had no business knowing. Just as, think about it, the women sticking out their tongue, the dude sagging. See, sagging was for letting the dude know your booty hole was open. The gay spirit. Sticking out your tongue and having your breasts out was the Baphomet. The transgender demon had breasts and he had a penis and he stuck out his tongue with the horns, the curly horns. And it shows, if you ever see women with their sideburns, they curly, they sticking out their tongue, they got their hair wavy and their breast out. That's the sign of, I'm liberated. No one can tell me what to do. I am free. So when it's rules, and it's rules to really help her become a better woman, she don't want to follow it. That's why, and a lot of men allow women to be single. You don't want to procreate. You don't want to interchange your spirit and soul, men, with those women. We talk about women. It's called, yes, the succubus is, I want to say, get me right, it's for the women, and the man, that when a woman allowed a man spirit to intertwine with hers through sexual gratification, it's and satisfaction, pleasure for a moment, but it's not about love. The men, when you allow women to just get sexual pleasure and gratification, it's called, they're called incubus. Succubus is to suck out of you. Incubus is to suck in. So the male and female part. The male part go in, so that's towards the men, and the suck is and it comes out. That's for the women, because you got to penetrate her and you got to go in her, and he has to penetrate the woman and go in her, and she have to allow him. So when you accept that, so that's why it's not good being with Jezebel women. It's not good being with women that had gay relationships. Talk about they straight. No, they not. Why you with a woman and you still allowing to be your bed to be defiled with another woman, and you call it polyamorous, but you don't even understand polyamorous had nothing to do with sex. Because in most polyamorous building of a nation and an empire was that the men went to war. So when Brother Malcolm was talking about the men, we went to war. That's why the women was unprotected. And we came back, the women had our careers. The jobs we were performing, a lot of women, they say, oh, women can perform a lot of these. And then it became easier because they started making machines. So now the women can go to school for IT and control the machines, just as the man would. And then there's some parts that some of the women now so if I got 3 women, they'll work together to get that heavy object on that tray to move it down the line. Then they might have to do that. I don't have to hire a man no more just for that man. I got machines, and I got 2 more women, which it works out in the long run. Because that's another job. That's another way to say, well, if I hire 4 women to 1 man, I don't need the man. I can pay her the same rate. They're not getting paid less. I'm a CNA, and some CNA women get paid more than me. Time and grade. And when I first started, I was making less than some, and I didn't complain. I just knew after a while I couldn't work that career, because I'm not paying. Even if they was getting paid $1 more than me, I'm still not doing that. If I have my own business and I work on myself more, I can go out and make that same money and it come home to me. I pay me and my business first, and after a while I see my own revenue. Then I can hire people based on their experience, and the criteria that you need. To me, I wouldn't, or I don't worry about a degree, but I know I went to school. You're gonna need some type of certification. You're gonna need some hours saying I went here. That's all you would need. I wouldn't even care. That's for me though. Don't care about a degree. Show me that you went somewhere that you went to learn. Because just because you CNA is not just about wiping butts. You got to learn skills. We had to learn 24 skills within a 6-week time period. And we had a class of 20 people. So think about that. About 20 people. We started off more than that. A lot of people. And you would think that would be easy. Only 6 weeks? Nah. Nope. People dropped off. So when I'm for the RN, I keep meeting people. I didn't finish my RN. Why? It was too long. That's how long it take. It's gonna take. It's not 2 years. It's 3.5 years. You're going for the bachelor's. It's about 4.5, 5 years. Cause you gotta take a test. You gotta learn the skills. You gotta know what you're doing. I don't wanna see you poke somebody in the arm and they bleed out, or you gotta call other people to help save them. You want to be as structured as much as you can. So that's the synopsis on us as people, how we treat each other. Let's start viewing in a light that where we're not just going to blame each other. Let's take accountability and responsibility for our own actions and our own words. What I say is my fault. What I do is my fault. I can't blame nobody. What's on me is my fault. What's on me? What did I do? It's my fault. It's on me. It's not even my fault. It's on me. Can't blame no one. Even if I was with another woman and something happened, it's on me. I have to be accountable for the things I did. Only if I'm with someone and we made a commitment, she broke the commitment, I leave. I don't stay around for things I don't do. Now, if you do that, that's up to you. You're not married yet. Right? But I'm not that far. I'm not making babies with a woman that I wasn't married or not married to yet. I'm not having sex unprotected. I'm not even having sex because I know it's a woman out there for me. And if I don't meet her, I know I'm doing good. I'm able to sleep at night. I'm able to be the best for myself at night throughout the whole day. My new me is better than my old me. I'm becoming stronger than the day I was before. So each day I take, each step I take, I'm going to be there for me first. I got to do for me. But I'm not going to do it for selfish. But self is first. Myself is. Somebody said, you racist. I said, yes. Race is. My race is first. My mother is before your mother. That can sound silly. My mother and my sister, my aunts, nieces, and my nieces, all my females in my family before you. If I had to choose, I'm choosing them. But if I can save both of you, if I can help, if I can assist both of you. That's me. You don't have to think that way. I don't help wrong. I don't agree with wrong. I don't vote for wrong. Wrong is wrong. I don't vote for the less of the evil. I don't vote I don't vote for things. I don't go for things that's not going to uplift everybody. So I would rather not be part of. You want to destroy the earth? Stay on this plane, destroy it. I'll be on top of the hill watching you. I'm not going to be part of this. If you want to hate me, hate me on your own time. Don't hate me to me when I've done nothing to you. I never even met you. Never even seen you. But if that's your plight of your life, you willing to accept that only negative win. You filthy. You not as great. You need everything to work, but you can't look at yourself and it can't work. So be it. That's on you, not me. I know I have the power and ability. I can activate and access it. The Creator created me. It's perfect. Ye is strong. Ye is perfect. Ye as who I am, and I am. I am me. No one can tell me who I have to be. No one can tell me what I should think. No one should be able to tell you that either. You should be guiding yourself and challenge yourself to the best you can be. Even my words. You don't have to listen to me. But if anything you listen to, are you being yourself today? Are you doing the things you want to do? And if you say, well, I'm not worried about that. I'm asking you directly. And if you got to keep talking about everything else, then maybe you shouldn't. I'm meant for the people that I was called to speak to. You are meant for the people to call to speak to. But if we come together just because we call to speak to people and we don't have some same religion or underlying same ordeal, that don't mean we can't be cordial. We can't be good and cool and treat each other with respect and love. So what I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Selah.